Okay, awesome. I think we are live. Awesome, awesome. And the minute you hopped on here, I saw your red hair and I was just fell in love. I love it so much. My sister, she used to have like a big fro and it was like Crayola red and I just loved it so much. But she was in, oh, I'm telling all her business. Uh-oh, are you still there?
Called me. I'm going to do not disturb. I hope it will block it. Let's see.
Okay, no worries.
I'm
Um, but
back.
I'm telling all her business right now, but she used to work in the accounting field, like professional, like top 5 firm. And they were like, we will pay you to dye your hair back black.
Wow.
It's so mean.
Yeah, I've
But
heard like that. I just never experienced it because I just had locks. I just cut my locks. Yeah. So in the banking industry full time. That's what I do full time. But I know I'm on here to talk about my actual passions and things.
oh, it's okay, girl. We're gonna get I
Yeah.
like this beginning piece that
No,
just is
I
goes
received
and then we'll get there.
my locks though. So I think I'm very blessed I haven't encountered that. But I have heard some horror
Yes.
stories.
Oh, yes. That's the difference between like working in, corporate, working for yourself, all that kind of stuff. It's like certain things you can kind of like bypass a little bit when you're working for yourself. But okay, I am recording this on the Zoom side as well as putting it inside the Facebook Live or inside the Facebook group. The name of the Facebook group is Online Multi Passionate Women of Faith, branded for His glory. And I will be putting this on a podcast also. I just finished talking to one of my girlfriends. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm ready to go ahead and put this on my podcast. Let's just get it done. And so welcome to the live meet and greet. This is something that is just like near and dear to my heart, to be able to meet women like just live in person, as if we were at a coffee shop, just getting
Yeah.
to know each other. And I just think it's beautiful to be able to meet women, find out, about their purpose, about their passion, what God has laid on their hearts, what their vision is, what they see unfolding in their life and beyond. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm just going to do a quick intro just for those that will be listening to the podcast or new to the Facebook group and they're listening. My name is Justina Ford. I am the founder of Soulfully Aligned Coaching and Healing, as well as the Facebook group, Online Multi-Passionate Women of Faith, branded for His glory. And this is our live meet and greet with Miss Marsha Zeigler. Hope I said that correct.
Yes, I feel like I'm cheesing so hard. I'm smiling so hard.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I was so glad that you are smiling and cheesing. I feel the same way. Usually, after I'm finished with these, my cheeks are sore because I'm like smiling and just having such a good time. So, I'm going to find us inside of the group really quickly because I like to kind of comment and engage with the women as they are, excuse me, as they're listening. So, it's kind of like a live, situation. Let's see if we're live in the group. I don't
Okay.
see us. That's going to hurt my feelings. Come on now. Oh, there we go. And we do have one person watching. Thank you for watching with us live. And you'll be able to listen to the replay. So we'll say hi to all of those listening to the replay as well. So, Marsha, you are the owner of Connect with Your Creator. When you told me the name of your business, I got so excited
Yes.
because, I truly, oh my gosh, like I just believe there's a book. What is it called? It's called Call to Create by
Oh,
what's his name? Jordan Rayner. I'm gonna have to add the link here. But so yeah, the minute you said that, connect with your creator, you made me think of that lovely book that I love reading. Like I'm not quite finished with it yet, telling myself, but called to create because God was the ultimate creator. So it's so beautiful. But I'll stop rambling and running my lips now. So tell us more about, who you are, where you're from, and where this beautiful name to your business comes from.
okay. Let's see. I'm thinking, where do I start? Okay. Well, I am Marsha Zeigler. I am a mom. I'm a wife. I do have a full-time job That I've been there for about 9 years. They have awesome benefits. I've actually made it to the executive level in that company, so I'm very proud of that. But I noticed what happened, how the Connect with Your Creator came about. I noticed that from watching a video from Stephanie Rodness. She is a entrepreneur, Christian woman, Black woman as well, but she has a video about finding your passions. And so she asks a bunch of questions. It's free, it's on YouTube, and I actually put her free link, the link to her free video is on my website, connectwithyourcreator.com. But on there is she asks several questions that you need to just sit down and really get within yourself and figure out the answers to. So she asks things like, well, what makes you excited? What is something that you would do without any money? What is things that just burn at you? So she asks specific questions. After you're done, though, you'll see the trends of things that keep coming up. So mine was writing kept coming up, traveling kept coming up, so things like that. So that's how I ended up realizing I'm kind of jumping around, but I ended up realizing that I was sitting on my gifts and sitting on my talents. And the way that I was doing this, because all I was doing was working at this 9 to 5 and go home. Like I would be mentally exhausted. I don't want to do nothing else. I want to sit down on the couch. I don't want to do nothing else when I get home. Like, you know, because you're giving your all to this full-time job. Well, if you're giving all to this job, right, once you get home, it's like, okay, so is that it? That's all you're doing with your life? But that's not what God put us here for. God put us on earth for us to spread the gospel about him. So where was I fitting that in my life? I really wasn't, right? So I had to realize, okay, we all are to spread the words, but how you'll spread it is the uniqueness. So for me, after I was done, I noticed, well, mine is travel. So I do have a travel business. I'll talk about that in a moment, but I do have an online travel business. I also have written books. So the books, the links are on my website as well. But I was able to get into all of that. And on my website, there's some merch. It's like hoodies and shirts that says Connect with Your Creator. I get stopped every time I wear one. I'm literally just got home from work, so I don't have one on now, but I get stopped all the time about it, and people tell me they love the message all the time without me even having to explain it. I'm glad it's so crystal clear. But the thing is, I had to look within myself and see, I have to be consistent with connecting with God. Some people you may see post online where they're like, well, hey, I got this going on. What should I do? You're asking strangers, you're asking social media, you're asking friends, you're asking family. No, go connect with God. Sit down and really get your some time, even if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, go and consistently connect with God. So the message is to refer everybody back to him. And once we focus on God, then we'll realize, you know what? I have some talents and some gifts I don't want to lose. I need to be using these to draw people to God. So my talent, I post about a lot about travel. I booked several trips for people, and I also help them open their own travel business, meaning they can earn money from booking travel for people, or they can actually get discounts. We get a lot of discounts and perks for being a part of the travel industry. So I'm able to help them. What I tell them, I'm able to help you see the world that God created. So I'm helping you travel the world that God created. Yeah. So I know that's kind of all over the place, but that's how everything came about for me.
No, that girl, that is beautiful. And I'm glad that you just gave it to us like that, right? I love it so much. And you saw my reaction. I wish we were live when you saw my reaction. They could have seen my reaction as well when you said connect with your creator, because this group used to be called Multi-Passionate Women of Faith Creating or Co-Partnered with Christ. So that's something that I believe is that we have to be co-partnered with him. He wants us to partner with him in manifesting the life and the business and the purpose and the call, right? A lot of times we sit back and we're like, oh God, what should I do? What should I do? Or we're waiting on him to do it, right? We're waiting on him to make the moves. We're waiting on him to show and reveal. And that is an aspect of it. We do have to wait. But then there's also action that goes with it. So that's that part of co-partnering with him, knowing that we are responsible too. We have to take action. We have to move forward. We have to take risk. We have to step outside of our comfort zone. And sometimes we have to do that when there's only one step available,
Mhm.
right? Like sometimes we want God to give us the whole picture
Oh
before
yeah.
we can do anything, but that's not how he works. You know, he's like, trust me with the step, the piece that I've given you, and keep moving in faith. So I love that so much. Like, I love that I'm connecting with like-minded women
Yeah.
that have a heart for God and understand that, like, just the severity of connecting with God. Like, I do sometimes think that, like, do you ever find, hey, thank y'all for watching. If y'all are watching, tell us who you are, what your name is. Um, if you want to, I'm going to ask you a question, Marsha. I
Okay.
love to do giveaways inside the Facebook group. So I want you to think about what you would want to give away. It'll be a structured time or whatever. I like to do it monthly. So think
Mhm.
about that if you want to participate in a giveaway. Because as soon as you said you had the t-shirts, that came to my mind. I was like, oh my
Yep.
gosh, she could do a giveaway.
Oh, I have some right now. Oh, it's a little better. Let me go.
Oh no,
There
no
we
low battery. Go plug
go.
in, plug in.
I do giveaways often on my. So another thing about them going to my website, it asks for their email address, and I include them in giveaways, vacation giveaways. So I give away
Wow.
3-day, 2-night giveaways. So yes, I would love to do it in the group too. But normally I do something. I noticed, for example, I have 2 books. One is a poetry book because I've always been a writer. This is another point about connecting with God. I've always been a writer. It wasn't until I really was just really honing in, really focusing on connecting with God. And then it went to where I end up stumbling across how to get my book published. And I was simply
Mhm.
published it in one day on Amazon. And I'm thinking, I published this book in one day, and look at all the years I've been writing. This could have been done. So that leads to like how things are stored up for us, but we have to be connecting with God again to get unleash some of those things, right? So, but yeah, so every time someone buys one of my poetry books or they buy one of my inspirational books, I give away one of the vacation vouchers. Now, the voucher is a free getaway, but it's a 3-day, 2-night vacation giveaway to 26 locations. So some of those locations like Vegas, Hawaii's on there, and then it's some international, a few international. But our travel business, they give us those to give away. It's a part of like our marketing. So it's several things. So one thing I love the most about the business is that I'm able to spread the word of God. I can put my Christian quotes at the bottom, scriptures at the bottom of quotes. When someone asks me, I booked a cruise for a lovely couple the other day. They're going on their honeymoon, and I was able to put like some quotes on there for them from the Bible. So I was able to spread the word of God, put things on there. But the main thing is helping people understand that they can have extra income from travel and they can travel for less. When I see someone traveling, I'm like, oh my God, they just paid full price. They could have paid less if they were an agent. So sometimes it's hard for that to click in people's brain though. But let's say you paid $1,000 for a cruise. If you had an option to pay way less than that when you want to take advantage of it, keep money in your pocket. So I don't want to get off track on talking about the business too much because I love what your group is too. The name of the group draw me in. So I love that we're focusing on God. So I don't want to talk too much about the business, but I did just want to put it out there.
Oh, of
How to
course, girl.
hmm?
Don't worry, we're gonna dig into that. I'm gonna ask you some more questions about that. You best believe I will. Hold
Okay.
on, little man. What are you fussing about? I'm on a call. Come say hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Okay, then step out. You can't come in unless you say hi. That's how I get them to leave. They're like, oh no, 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 no. I don't want to be on there. So, oh gosh, girl, you said some amazing things. I've been over here like taking notes as you're talking. But one thing you said earlier was about connecting with God, and you have been wanting to write that book. And it was like the more you connected with him and the deeper you went in, like the book happened like this.
Yeah.
Girl, I heard that. We ain't gonna let that slide.
So I'm like,
So
what do you have, God, that I'm holding myself up from? Because I will say my biggest thing is being a Christian is consistency. I don't know if that's everybody's, but mine is consistency. And that's because I always feel a pulling that I'm supposed to pray and go really deep very often. I mean, pretty much every day. Other people, they may feel comfortable praying once a week, twice a week, but I feel like I am supposed to do so much more, and it pulls on me. So when I know that I'm doing that and connecting the way that I'm supposed to, for me personally, everybody's different. Everyone may not be called to go that deep, but when I'm doing that, then I feel like, oh, I feel like I'm on the right track. Even though I know the scripture says about our righteousness is a filthy rag, so it's not like you can earn your way. But I just feel like, oh my God, I'm doing what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So,
and it's different. It's all about the heart posture, right? Because I know you don't go into it thinking, okay, how can I earn this? Or how can I get God to do this for me? Because we cannot manipulate God, right? He ain't going for that. He knows the heart. So, and I love that you preface that, you know, it's going to look different for each person. You're not trying to put, you know, your practice or your protocol on other people, but I am still curious. Now, I'd love for you to share with us, you know, what are the ways, like, it's easy to say connect, right?
Yeah.
But practically, what does that look like for you? And how do you suggest other women can connect on a deeper level?
So for me too, one thing is with me being a writer, loving to write, get my emotions out on paper. I write sometimes my prayers to God. And then it gets so deep where you'll have tears coming down your face while you're writing. So, and then you can read back over that later. And then normally when you read back over it, especially if it's like a few weeks or some months later, you can see like, wow, I was here and now I'm here. So you can see how the journey went. But for me, it's like writing down my prayers, getting just silence. We have so much, I want to say noise. Social media, one practice is trying your best when you wake up in the morning to not immediately grab the phone for social media stuff, especially for us business owners, because on my page, I've noticed the times that I need to post and I get a lot of engagement. I do get a lot of engagement at like 7 in the morning. So yeah, I want to go ahead and make a quick post, but at the same time, did I connect with God yet? Because that needs to be my priority. I'm going to mention this because maybe this has been on my heart because of this Zoom, but lately I've been thinking about, okay, I was tell I'm 33. So we think about it. Okay, in 40 years, in 50 years, how old will you be? Somebody that's watching us, maybe they're 40. Okay, so they're 40. In 60 years, if they're still alive, they'll be 100. But if you think about it, who is really living to be 100 these days? Some people are living to be 60, 70. So we got to really think about it. Think about where you are in life on your lifespan, your life journey. A lot of people don't even live to be 100. They don't live to be 80, 90, 70. You have this one day. You don't know when this one life, you don't know when it's going to end. There's so many things you need to pack in with a sense of urgency. This just been on me for people to look at the years. Look at, if you're 50, do you think you're going to live another 40 years, another 30 years, another 20 years? What do you think? You don't know, but okay, God, please, you know, God willing, hopefully I live to be 80. Okay. Well, if you live to be 80, how many years is that? Because it's winding down. It's not adding. That's not a lot of time. If you say, well, I think I'm probably going to live another 40 years. Are you eating right? Are you exercising? Are you praying? Are you being watchful and praying with all this kidnapping stuff going on? Are you being watchful? You know, or what are you doing? You know, and there's so many things. I feel like everybody, some people don't like to write things down, but get a list is what I recommend. Write down the things you know. If you was to go in the next 5 years, 10 years, and I don't want it to sound negative, but just being real, if you were to go in the next 5, 10 years, what are things you wish you had accomplished? Most people are going to say, I wish I had traveled. I wish I had wrote that book. I wish I had did that podcast like you're doing. That's people's life goals. So they life things that they want to accomplish. And when you think about it, most of the stuff on your list may not be financial things. It's like spending time with family. If you was to leave today, you know, God forbid, it's not you, just saying, if somebody was to leave today, they would want their kids to have really great memories of them. The things of conversations you've had with them that they'll think back on when they need advice, and you're no longer around to give them advice. You're no longer allowed to give them that hug, that warm touch, you know, so spend that time with them now. do those things now and just live life, I feel, with a sense of urgency, not the way you have anxiety or you know, raising your blood pressure, but get some things down and start scratching stuff off the list of stuff, you know, hey, I did what I feel I was supposed to do. So even for me, I know I'm supposed to tell people about God. I'm supposed to connect with people on a spiritual level as well to help get them back on track. If you think of a lot of social media influencers, they may not post about God as much, maybe only on Sunday, but hey, Tuesday, make a post, you know, Friday, make a post that use the influence to make sure when we all stand before God, we have something that we have done that led people back to him, because that's really what we're here for.
Yes. Oh, yes. I think that's something that I've been very aware of, what you were talking about as far as like when you first crack, I'm looking over at my bed. When you first crack your eyes open in the morning and you try to go straight to that social media, you know, if you're running that online type business, it's like connecting with God means that we go to him first. And I love that. You share that even like on a practical level, about going to God first, literally when you first wake up in the morning. That's something that I've been very like aware of. Like I have the Holy Bible app on my phone, and I'm like, you know what, if I'm going to go to some type of app or I'm going to go somewhere, I need to go to my Bible first. And I'm
Yeah.
going to read that verse of the day and I'm going to meditate on that verse of the day. That has been a new, not so much new, it's something I go into off and on, like when you realize, wait, I've fallen off, let me get back on track. So yes, and I love that when we're connecting with God, he will reveal the resources for us. And
Yeah.
that's what I hear about that book that you were able to do so quickly. It's like sometimes we want to rack our brain, or we want to as I talk about divine strategy all the time, I'm like, there is a divine strategy. Sometimes we want to rack our brain, we want to try to figure it out ourselves. And God is like, you know what? Connect with me, look to me. I will give you the strategy. I will connect you with the people. A lot of
Yeah.
times I find that sometimes we just don't say yes to ourselves. We don't say yes to the opportunities that God places right before us to be able to go deeper, to be able to get what we need in order to be successful.
Yeah.
With the writing, I am a two-time number one best-selling author on Amazon. So I know what you mean about
Yeah.
like the writing and being connected with the right, either being connected with the right people, right resources, and then just that message to be able to flow out of you. Like I didn't even realize I had a book sitting on my computer for months and months and months. It was like it just hit me one day. God was like, the book is sitting right there.
Yeah.
Like, stop tripping. That's how God talks to me. Stop tripping. The book's sitting right there. I was like, oh my goodness, look at all the documents. It's just sitting there, you know? So sometimes we're overlooking like
Yeah.
the
Woo.
things that he wants us to like bring forth. And we don't even realize it's already inside of us. It just
Yeah.
has to be uprooted and pulled out to be brought forth, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I love it so much. This idea that we can tap into divine strategy, divine resources when we are connected with God. But I will repeat, it is a heart posture. It is not something that we can just, oh, let me get in my Bible and get in my word because
Yeah.
I want these things. It has to
Yeah.
be a desire to be in relationship with him. Be in
Yeah.
relationship with him regardless if the money is there. Relationship with him regardless if you close your group coaching program. Relationship with him regardless if your marriage is going a-okay the way you want it to. You gotta be, it has to be the desire has to be him, you
Yeah.
know? And I think that's the purity of our heart, the purity of our intention, where we know that the greatest reward is our salvation. The greatest reward is that we're going to wake up and our eyes are going to open. We're going to be in heaven with him. That is the greatest reward, not what's on this earth, right? So
Yeah.
when we come to that conclusion, then all the other little things he adds to us is just icing on the cake. And we're like, woo, thank you, Jesus, right?
Mhm. Exactly.
We both preaching here tonight.
Yes. I'm like, high five.
Yes, I love it. So, what you gave us a few tips around connecting with God, and that was definitely the silence. That was one thing that you said, like being able to sit in silence, because I remember someone saying, I can't remember, that prayer is a two-way conversation. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we're doing all the talking, pleading, more of the cry of the heart prayer instead of the listening prayer. So I
Yeah.
definitely feel you on that. We got to shift into a listening prayer, shift into an expectant type prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I was going to ask you, what was I going to ask you? You were talking about every time someone buys a book, they get a giveaway.
Yes. So I
You want
have,
to tell us some more about that? Tell us
yes,
about the book. What's the name of the book?
so this is one of the books. It's called Better Days. This is a inspirational book. This is me. This was my locks like
They're
before I
so
cut
pretty.
them.
They're so
and,
pretty. Look, I can't wait. Just like lock envy, girl.
and this one is called Before I Let Go. This one is just a
Yes.
poetry book. Now this one, it has several poems in here. Most of them reference God. And the funny thing is, I had all these poems in a notebook for years. Like I told you, I had been writing. And then I finally said, you know what? Today is the day. I got to get this out there. So it's called Before I Let Go, because initially I said, well, I want to have this poetry book that I can leave behind for the kids, because I'm always thinking you want to just make sure. I have 3 kids, so I'm like, I want to leave them. This is gonna sound. I'm gonna leave them 3 houses, 3 cars, 3 books, 3. Like I'm
I
always thinking
love
for them. Yeah. So I was like, well, this book. That's why I called it Before I Let Go. It was a published book for them, and I thought, why not go ahead and put it out to the masses, instead of just thinking I'll only leave that for them. So got these 2. Every time the book is purchased, what happens is the person needs to like message me or email me. My email address is on the site, because I won't know if they're buying, who's buying from Amazon. Amazon don't tell me who's buying it. So
Yes.
I have on there where for them to get to the link, it'll tell them to email me just a screenshot of their order, and then I mail the voucher to them. So they can
Got you.
even inbox me. I have several of these at home that I've ordered. I can mail it and put the voucher in the same package, or they can just go through Amazon. It's up to them. So
Okay. So yeah, that's something you kind of already have set up, which is really amazing. What you can do is, after we're finished with this Facebook Live here, you can go ahead and comment in the under the thread, like put the link to your Facebook, I'm sorry, the link to your group, the link to your book, the link to all that good stuff, so people can take advantage of that. And I think they would love it.
yeah,
Look, free gifts.
free.
I
So
love
there's a
I
voucher.
love
I
it.
will have to get it, but there's a voucher that it shows all the location I'm selling about. They use, I give them away all the time. If whoever's in this group, if they're following me, they probably like tired of it, because I give them away all the time. So if you're not
No.
following, I don't mind if you do send a request and I will sell, but I give them away often. That's how much it's just like, this is something that, and they can have it too. One thing that I like the most about the business, the travel business, is that if the event that the travel agents, if ever passes away, whoever their beneficiary is, they will still receive those weekly, monthly checks from the travel business, because you've built a team, most likely, if they do the team side. If they do
Yes.
team, meaning they're helping other people travel for less, other people earn income from their cell phone by booking travel. If they're doing that, the team is still alive, still growing, still booking trips. So that money will still go to whoever their beneficiary is. So that's another thing. It's called the legacy plan.
That's so funny, because that word legacy was in my mind earlier. I actually have it written, well, typed down.
Wow.
When you were talking earlier about, how much longer, the life expectancy has just,
Mhm, mhm.
gone past 100, I believe now. Has it? I think so. It's close. It's up there. I know it's past 70.
Yeah.
Where it used to be, I think when I was like in high school, was 70. But life expectancy is just gonna continue to go up with, improved healthcare and all those type of things. So
Okay.
thinking about what type of legacy do we really want to leave behind, be it in your 30s and your 40s. How old am I? I always want to go like a few years behind. I'm so bad. I think I'm 36. Yes, I am 36 years old. So I resonated with that when you were talking about, look, when you get to 70, 80, 90, 100, it's like, oh my gosh, I still have like a whole nother 70 years to go,
Yeah.
So
Like,
what is it?
so I was gonna make it there, hopefully, God willing. But if
Yeah,
not, what
it's
did you do with the
possible.
time you had? Think of all those
Yes.
people see flashing in the news. This person, for example, today, one of my coworkers, she said her nephew was on dialysis. They went to go check on him because he was not answering the phone. He had passed away. He was 42. There's no telling what kind of things he was saying. Oh, I'll do this tomorrow. Or I'll do this next year. It's not promised. Work on doing this stuff now. Any dreams, whoever's watching, any dreams, any goals you have, things that you know God has purposed in your heart that you want to see come to life. You want to see this be done. Go ahead and start. Google is free. Yes. Like I, even on my page, I have like I post different videos sometimes. But I'm like, hey, Google is free. Google, you can find so many things off the internet that you need to be a resource for you to get what you need to do and just be guided to that. So Google is free. You can YouTube just about anything. YouTube is like the second search engine next to Google. You can go on YouTube and type how to write a book, how to create a clothing line, how to, like, yes. You can really find into this stuff. That's how I found even the Stephanie Rodnez. I ended up initially going to YouTube to look up ways to market my books because I felt like I was doing the same thing over and over on marketing, and I wanted to get some more ways to market my book. And I ended up stumbling across her. And the first thing she said on her video was, welcome to my channel where my purpose is to help you achieve your purpose. I was like, oh, subscribe.
Yes. She
said her purpose is to help whoever's watching her achieve their purpose. So with that, I ended up finding her purpose video, and that's what led me to all these other things with the purpose. I'm like, okay, definitely with the travel, definitely need to stick with my writing. Those are the things that God uses me to do. So it puts you in different crowds around certain type of people. And you never know what words you may say that's gonna, I'm sure something me and you have said during this this call, something we've said is gonna set a fire in somebody. So and look how we met. I think I may have been searching for Christian groups. I don't even recall, but I know I've been a part of your group for a while. So we connected somehow.
Yes. Oh, yes. Every time I ask women, like what drew you or what, how did we connect or whatever, it's always something around spirituality, mindset, and business. Like those are my things right there. Spirituality, mindset, and business. And one thing that you said, I agree. Everything is Googleable. Somebody said that. I think it was Marie Forleo. Everything is Googleable. Right. So when we know that we want to, we have these dreams, we have these goals, these visions, this purpose within us, go research. Like I'm the queen of research. I will figure it out. When I had to leave and go overseas with my husband because he's military. Well, used to be military. Well, technically he's still military. He's just reserves now. But we got stationed overseas and we were going to Korea, and I had to make a decision if I was going to continue to get my licensure in counseling or if I was going to be with my family. And I chose to go with my family. Like, duh, that's where I'm going. Those values, like, what am I going to regret this later? I want to go overseas and experience that. Living overseas in South Korea was where we went. But I share this story because I also had an opportunity to pursue my passion once I went there. And I remember when I was in high school, I wanted to be a makeup artist. And my mother was like, nope, not gonna happen, So I had to Google. I literally looked up, transitioning out of a degree to get into the makeup field. And I ran across a lady that was a lawyer. She literally had her law degree and she went into the creative freelance makeup artistry field. And I studied her. I watched her. She was like my mentor from afar. She didn't even know it. And it made me feel validated in having gone from a master's degree, to go into freelance makeup artistry where everyone else kind of looked down on me about it. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. So go out there, find the people that are doing what you want to do. Find the people that are thriving in the areas that you want to thrive in and connect with them, So, and I say connect with them either through mentorship, through coaching. Do not be afraid to invest in yourself for coaching because yes, you can Google, yes, you can find the steps, but then it comes the mindset. Then it
Yeah.
comes the accountability to make sure that you're following through on those things as well. So that's what, I provide within the programs that I offer, is really getting deeper into the mindset, getting over the limiting beliefs, really what is it? One of my clients said, condensing time, collapsing time, because sometimes doing the Googleable, like it did take me a long time to get my makeup business started. Like
Yeah.
I was researching, Googling, like doing all that stuff, probably for like a good 2+ years. And then I finally invested in a celebrity makeup artist coach to mentor me, train me, all of that. And once I did that, my business took off,
Wow.
And I'll say this, it doesn't take away from God. Like I was
Yeah.
connected to him the whole time.
Yeah.
He was bringing the resources before my face. He was
Mhm.
seeing if I was going to be confident enough to really invest in the dream, invest in the vision that he gave me.
Mhm.
That's something too we have to think about. Are you investing in the vision, in the purpose, in the call over your life? Because
Yeah.
sometimes we just want to, not do that, but we have to be able to put our money where our mouth is. And that's when we really take things seriously. So I love it with the travel. I encourage each of you to go out, get Marsha's book. She has 2 books, you guys. Like one is on poetry. What is the other one about?
One is an inspirational book. It's just called Better Days, and it just has
Okay.
different positive statements and things in there. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have your inspiration, you've got your poetry. I call it word art. Come on, y'all. Go out, purchase the book. And then she has a beautiful and incentive to where when you do purchase that book, just reach out to her, email her, PM her, tag her in the Facebook group and say, hey girl, I bought your book. Send me my
Yes.
voucher.
And if you are someone that travels, even if it's only 1 or 2 times a year, you could be either earning money even off your own travel, or for example, I went on a vacation this past weekend. It was me, my mom, sister, my sister husband, her kids, my husband, my kids. It was a total of 15 of us. Well, we were going to go anyway because we just wanted to have a get together. And when we went out of town, I'm getting commission, getting a check off of a family trip we were going to take anyway. So if you're a person that books trips or you want to learn more about that, you can message me too. And I'm going to make sure I comment on here, but just message me and I can give you some information. It's like a one page with all the information on it. You can just read over that one page and then we can chat and see where you want to go from there. But just an income and savings opportunity. We get a lot of freebies too. I try not to say that, but we get a lot of perks. Like we went to New Orleans this past summer, and I've been talking about this trip forever because we got a packet like this thick of free things to do front and back around town just because we're travel agents. They're like, hey, you can go here for free, here for free. So people are in line to pay to get in to like different attractions and stuff, but we were able to get it for free because that was like a perk of the business. So we get lots of perks and it's an income opportunity. So that is something too, if anybody's interested in that.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
this convo, thank you again. Thank you so much for allowing us to even speak about, our purpose and how we got into our purpose. And this is just awesome. So I'm glad God's letting you put that on your heart to do that.
Yes, honey. Yes. I'm always interested in how people actually come to like their passion and their purpose.
Mhm.
And it's funny because the lady that you mentioned, I've seen her on YouTube as well. And I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. I love what she does because at one point, I consider myself a soul purpose and soul branding coach, right? So I help people brand their purpose. So I totally love the work that she does. And I resonated with it so much because people do struggle with that, finding out like what their niche is, who their target audience is. And it does take some deep inner work to make sure that you are actually going in the right path and making sure that you're not putting forth all this effort and time and energy and you're doing what you think you're supposed to do versus what you know, like deep down in your soul, what you really desire to do. So yeah, people will avoid it. They'll kind of keep pushing away from it because either it's too easy or nobody's going to want that, or it seems too simple, or they don't want to charge for it. All the, chitter chatter that's going on and the negative self-talk going on upstairs. So I love helping people kind of break free from that, get freedom, in their calling and in their purpose. So that lady, definitely leave her information on there also, because if her
Mhm.
video can be of help to someone else, I think that's
Yep.
beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's definitely a pleasure. I love, if anybody has questions, like you said, more about the travel. I think I have a question about the
Okay.
travel, because I hear a lot about people that they're doing the travel business, and it's like, okay, but don't they have Priceline, and don't I have like what are those other things I can go?
You just hit on something.
Yeah, girl, I'm like, can I just go there? Like, don't they give me a discount?
I used to think that that was a discount until
Okay.
I got into these huge rooms. It's got king beds. It's got a huge pull-out sofa where I can fit like 6 people in this room, and I paid like less than $50. So before I was,
Okay.
I used to spend so much time. I used to have headaches because we always traveled with my family, and I thought I was getting good deals. I would spend so much time looking for this price and this price. So we were paying like Motel 6. We'll make sure it's clean and a good environment, but we'll be at like a Motel 6 for $50 a night. And so my sister's the one that introduced me to the travel business. She was like, you could be paying that same price and being like Marriott's, Hilton's, Rich Cards. Like, I was like, really? So
Hmm.
she showed me her site. There's a site that we get access to that has all our discounts built in. So you can go to one site, plug everything in and be done, all your discounts built in. And I've never seen, and I'm ex-military as well, I haven't seen
Because we get that military discount, girl.
I have not seen. Listen, I always tell people, no offense, but I was in the military, so I'm not offended anybody. But the discounts we get is better than if I call and say, "What's the military rate?" And then I say, "Well, what's my travel agent rate?" Because I'm a travel agent. The travel agent rate is always less, way
Okay.
less.
That's good.
About it could be $100 to $200 less, and sometimes more. So
Okay.
we
Now, do
know
you have like, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
oh, well, we normally don't lead with the discounts because the company themselves, they don't want us to be like, oh, discount, discount. And people sign up and they never use it to like help others travel. The company themselves, they don't, it's not a quota or anything. You don't have to, but they want to see where you're helping others travel. Like, for example, I booked that honeymoon for that couple this past weekend. Well, things like that. They want to see things like that. It's not required, it's
Exactly.
not kick you out. But if you're in and that's not the purpose they created, and they remind us of that a lot. Don't be leading with this, but it's so hard to
Exactly.
lead out because that's what most people want. If they're going somewhere, you want to know you got the best price possible. And so you get
Hmm.
that from being a part of the travel industry. And every time, even on Priceline, if you book with Priceline or something, somebody's earning money off of even that, but you could earn it if you were a travel agent. So for example, if I book a hotel, let's say it's 150, for example. Let's say it's 150 if I wasn't an agent. It's 150 a night. That's a non-agent price. Well, the hotel probably only costs like 50, and then Hilton or whoever you book with, they're keeping like 100 profit possibly. But that's
Hmm.
just an example of how their money is built into those prices. And here you are thinking you're getting a discount, and you're not.
Hmm.
You're still paying them over. So we're
Exactly.
like base price basically. Yeah.
So you have a question. Someone says, I'm traveling to Australia at the end of the month. I do TripAdvisor reviews and love doing travel writing. Is there an opportunity to earn or get paid to write and review?
So you earn from being a part of the industry. What you do is there's a link I would have to send you. We all have our own link. So I'll send that link, and then
Okay.
there, I'd rather her inbox me so it's more personable after I leave the post. But she can once she goes on that link and actually become an personal information like your email address, your name, things like that. Once you do that, now you're a part of the industry immediately. You can immediately either earn money off that Australia trip, or you can go for less on that Australia trip. So that's the benefits of it. So no, you won't earn for just writing about it, but you'll earn things from actually being a part of the industry, meaning when they ring your name, they'll see you're part of the industry and that you're supposed to get a special rate or you're supposed to
Hmm.
earn money.
Okay. So yeah, that was a question. And Darren, she is one of my past clients as well. She's awesome. And her part of her business is about helping people relocate. So it would probably be really great for you and her to connect
Oh yeah.
in that sense, helping people relocate like internationally.
Oh wow.
So I hope that you and her are able to connect. And
Yes, everybody message me.
yes, message.
I
I
love to.
had another question before I read her question. Is there like a monthly overhead cost
Yeah,
for,
$40.
okay,
$40. You
$40? Oh,
can
wow. That's
week
not
on
bad.
2 days, depending if you eat breakfast and lunch. Yeah, you can spend that in no time. $40
And the
for
reason why I
the
ask, because me and my family, we do travel a lot, and we stay at the darn Marriott and the Embassy and all them places anyways, okay? And my daughter just, hey, she had a birthday party. We got the executive suite for her birthday. It cost
home.
me $350 to get that executive suite, okay?
My whole trip sometime with a family of five, my whole trip sometime is less than $300. And then they show us how to find the cheapest flights to the whatever location on whatever day. You can see, well, I need to go on this day because that's the cheapest day possible. It
Mhm.
gives you the inside scoop of the travel industry. So yeah,
Okay. Girl, you may have a whole group inside the darn
come
travel
on with
industry.
it. Yep,
All right, my dear. Well, I know we have been on here a lot longer than what I planned on. I try to make them 45 minutes or less, but I've enjoyed just your heart, your spirit, just how you
thank
infuse your
you.
faith within your business, which I think is so amazing. Um, so I definitely appreciate you coming on, sharing time with me. I would love for you to be active in the Facebook group. I know we have our daily themes now. We do have like a committed like little promo thread and all that good stuff where everyone can go in and do their promos. And then, like I said earlier, I want to do like monthly giveaways. So even as the months go on, if you want to be a part of the giveaway, just to bring more
Yeah,
visibility around what you're doing, that would be amazing as well. So
yeah.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I am going to click off of this live, but I want you to stay on.
Okay.
So let me say bye,
Bye.
everybody.